Say you always remember your first time. This is my first sneaker review. Today we're taking a look at the Air Jordan 1 Low Travis Scott Reverse Mocha. What's up? I'm BJ Kicks and welcome to Kicks on Kicks, a new source for sneaker reviews, legit checks, and all sorts of other stuff. If you're interested in sneaker content, consider subscribing. Considering this is my first video, you might want to check me out and see if you like the rest of them, right? So anyway, this is my first sneaker review. It's always weird to do like your first YouTube video, but I'm gonna try to keep it short. Today, I got the Nike Air Jordan 1 Travis Scott Low Reverse Mocha. Now, this is a UA sneaker, a replica sneaker, a counterfeit sneaker. I saw somebody online call them the poopity scoops, right? Look, this ain't the real thing. This is not the genuine article, right? These came from my homie Emily at Posh Kicks. Now, her information is in the description down below, but that's where I got them. Now, I got to let you know, this is really just for educational purposes. This is for legit checking purposes. I got a story to tell. I got a story that's coming up in a different video about what drew me into the world of UA, replica, counterfeit sneakers. And it's interesting, but the short version is I got sold a pair of shoes and I thought were real. And it turns out they probably weren't. And I was like, yo, how are they making fakes this good? And I discovered this whole world of replica sneakers. And back in my day, replica sneakers were not like easy to pass as fakes at all. But now they're super easy. So this is going to be a super detailed review. I'm going to shoot some B-roll. We're going to do an on foot. We're going to do all the things so that you don't get caught slipping and nobody can sell you a pair of sneakers as retail and it turns out that they're fakes. You with me? All right. So first up, let's take a look at this box. We got this nice Nike Air Jordan 1 box. Obviously, they've swapped out the traditional black and red for a cream and matte brown. Now, this box looks good, honestly. It's like kind of glossy. It's got this matte finish on the Nike and the swoosh there. So nothing really standing out as, you know, potential fake, except this box did come a little dinged up. So all of my corners on this top are a little ripped at different places. So that's something to look out for, because it just seems like for whatever reason, these shoes can never make it from China to the US without a little bit of damage to the box. These came in a FedEx package and they came double boxed, but my box was sunken in. I'll show you some pictures so you can see what I'm talking about. But let's go ahead and pop the top on the Maybach. And right off the bat, we got, you know, this appears to be legit. Like, I mean, one thing that tends to be a difference is that these boxes tend to be smaller than retail. But since I have a retail with me, how am I going to know? How would you know if you got this, if it was bigger than retail, right? That's the hard part about buying these fakes, right? Because you just never know. You're never going to have two of them side by side. But anyway, on the inside, we got this Cactus Jack tissue paper. It's pretty thin, also pretty glossy. But we got our Air Jordan Wings logo. We got the Nike Air logo. We got the Cactus Jack and the Sicko Mode Sad Face Travis logo. So we got that. One thing I did notice, and I've taken these out of the box, but one thing I did notice, this paper seemed like it was way too long. It was folded back like this, and then you kind of fold it to reveal the shoe. But anyway, pull back the one, and you see we got the right shoe in here, and then the left shoe is tucked inside. So let's put this box down. I'm trying to put it somewhere where you can see it. I don't know if that's going to be a thing, but whatever. So actually, I'm tripping. Why not pull out the other shoe? Let's pull out the other shoe. Look, man, it's my first review. Bear with me. All right. Put this paper back in the box. Let's put the lid back on. Get that out of here. Look, people make a big deal about the boxes, but I mean, you're not wearing the box, you're wearing the shoe. So let's get into it. These are the Travis Scott Reverse Mocha Air Jordan 1 Lows. And right off the bat, these are looking pretty good, man. I mean, you got your nappy suede here. This is a Durabuck. It's kind of similar to the Air Jordan 7. If you remember that material, depending on which release you got. Some of them have like hairier suede than others, but it's like this. The Air Jordan 6 had that Durabuck. I'm trying to think. The Jordan 4 Toros. My point is, it's not like a full, like, straight up hairy suede. It's a really thin feeling material, but you can still run your finger back and forth on it and, you know, get some nappage, right? So that's a thing. Get some color change going. But off the back, whole shoe is made out of a great tumbled leather. We got this white tumbled leather on the mudguard here, the toe box, and all these other leather panels, right? On the medial side of the shoe, we got a stark white swoosh. And as a bit of contrast on the lateral side of the shoe, this swoosh is like a cream color. And I know this lighting doesn't make it easy to see, but there you go. So you got some contrast there. Another thing to note, the midsole. This midsole is a nice sail or cream colorway. I think this is a little bit darker than sail, honestly. But you got this nice cream here. As a matter of fact, let's see what colors are listed on the box, shall we? All right, so this is sail, University Red, and Ridge Rock. So I guess this is sail then. Let's call it sail and not cream. Seems a little bit darker to me, but hey, whatever. So we got the sail, got your University Red for the Air Jordan Wings logo here. And, man, I need to get another light in here. But you got some hits of red here on the tongue. Nice Nike Air and the Cactus Jack branding on the side of the tongue. So that's there. Let's take a look at the left shoe. Same shoe, pretty much, right? Still got your cream swoosh on the lateral side, white swoosh, regular swoosh on the medial side. Of course, the lateral swoosh is backwards. It's reversed. That's the signature Travis Scott move. And honestly, I've never listened to a Travis Scott song. I wouldn't consider myself a Travis Scott fan, but I love the reverse swoosh. It doesn't take much, right? Like the sneakerhead in me is like, that's something you don't see every day. That's pretty cool, right? I mean, overall, this is kind of a hype beast type of shoe, right? This isn't a shoe I would just walk around with to the store, but for someone that just likes what shoes are and likes unique things, like this scratches that itch. One thing I will say, straight out of the box, these have a terrible glue smell. This is not the new shoe smell that you're used to, right? When you go to Foot Locker, Champs, Hibbett Sports, where do I shop? Athlete's Foot, DTLR. My DTLR doesn't have a Jordan account anymore. They get like Team Jordans, but no retros. But anyway, this ain't smelling like that. This has a very strong glue smell. I used to buy fakes back when they were known as factory variants. And this smells just like those used to back in the mid 2000s, if I'm telling my age here. But anyway, besides the smell, there's not too much that you could see on these that are really call out worthy, right? And I'm going to show you this in some B-roll, but the only real thing I see on these shoes that could be different from retail. You see this Nike Air tag right here? And the Cactus Jack logo right here on the side of it. I don't know. I guess I could focus on that. All right. So on the right shoe, this Cactus Jack branding pretty much goes directly to the side of this Nike Air tag. It basically runs right up against it. But on my left shoe, there's a bit of a gap, and you can see it. It's noticeable. Like, I don't know if it's just the way they folded the tongue, but nah, like if I straighten it out, it doesn't run right up against it like it did on the other shoe. I don't know which one is wrong, but one of them's got to be wrong. So that's something to look out for. But anyway, let's take a look at this left shoe, because on the left shoe is where you get all of your extra laces. Now, just taking a look at the shoe, it looks like the retail pictures. You got the bags and the laces are folded up, in a little circle. They're not like looped around each other or whatever. So that looks legit. I've seen some retail to UA comparisons, and this bag will be a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller depending on the factory they came from. or they might be looped a little looser than the factory shoe or the, the retail shoe. That's something to look out for. But all in all, I mean, they look like nice premium laces. What comes in the shoe, laced only on the first eyelet, of course. You got these waxed cream laces that match this swoosh pretty perfectly, I have to say. So you got these wax cream laces. I'm not sure which lace I'm going to go with. I like the cream, but you also got brown, you got red, and you got a stark white. Now, I honestly wish we would have got like the pink laces. The pink lace, like what came with the Travis Scott highs, or even the fragments. I think the fragments came with that pink lace. And, this pink, like the paper in the box, I just think would have been a nice contrast and would have looked good on this shoe. That pink and brown and white, you know what I'm saying? Neapolitan ice cream sandwich vibes, that would have been dope. But we didn't get that. We got cream laces, red laces, and white laces. I think I might rock these with the red lace. That just feels like the hype beast thing to do, and why not? Now, I mean, if people want to try to pass this off as retail, they're not going to have a hard time. Like I said, the only thing I see, and this probably isn't consistent across every pair, but that little gap between the Nike Air tag and the Cactus Jack tag on the inside of the tongue, that's a tell. Let's see, a little squeeze test like my man Snide does. There's a little bit of flex on that, but I mean, not much. The outsole looks good. Typical Jordan 1 outsole. Honestly, man, there's nothing that I'm seeing on these that just stick out to me. So yeah, at this point, I would never pay for this shoe, right? Like, if you found it at Foot Locker or the Sneakers app, I think that's the only place you could get this was the Sneakers app or some boutiques. If you found it for retail on release day, great. But as good as this fake is, there's no way you're going to convince me that every pair people are selling on the resale market is real. So I'm not paying StockX prices. This is going for like $1,300 right now. No way I'm paying $1,300 for this if I didn't buy it and see it come out of the back of Foot Locker. And even if it does come out of the back of Foot Locker, I don't know if I'm coming up off that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if I trust that either. You know how these employees do. The only other thing that's like a kind of a sign of, I guess, just poor craftsmanship, you won't even be able to see it on this camera. I'll do a close up with my phone later. But there is a little bit of red thread that somehow made it under this heel tab panel. And so it's like stuck between this panel and this bottom panel, and it's kind of sticking out. I don't even know how you got thread all the way down there when the embroidery was up here, but that is something that no one's going to see when the shoe's on my feet, and you would never know anyway. As a matter of fact, I think I might be able to get it off with my fingernails. Okay, actually, I just got it off on my fingernail. So that was really the only thing that I saw that I was like, okay, that's wrong. And like I said, this little tag on the toe, on the tongue. On the inside, you got your Cactus Jack logo. They always make it like kind of blending in with the shoe, so you can't really see it. You'll see it on the B-roll. I like these dark shots, but you need the bright white shots so you can see everything on the shoe. So yeah, I mean, you got the polyurethane insole that's inside. Air Jordan Wings logo, Cactus Jack logo, Air Jordan Jumpman logo. I don't know. You could kind of say this is like a little bit fuzzy to the eye. Like it looks like a camera was like slightly out of focus, but who knows? That might be a tell. That might be something you can use to legit check. But again, this shoe is so close. I just wouldn't chance it. I'm not buying this off of anybody unless I absolutely know them and trust them. But yeah, so that's the thing. There was some loose thread on the bottom of the shoe. I'll take a picture of that so you can see that. I don't know how much of that threading is supposed to be loose. If you look at this little shoe tree, one thing that the retails say is die cut sock liner on the inside, and so does this one. So not really a great legit checking indicator. Look, I don't know if you got my point by now, but these fakes are just too good. If this shoe didn't smell like straight up glue, I wouldn't know the difference. I really wouldn't, right? The only other thing I could do is a black light test. I don't have a black light. Maybe I'll do that for future reviews. But I mean, look, I've said all there is to say. We looked at the one insole. Let's look at the other and then we'll get up out of here. All right. So inside the other shoe, at least they taped down those threads. They didn't do that in the left shoe. I don't know why. Still got those same holes in the bottom of the boot. I don't know if you'll see that. But on the right shoe, got the Sicko Mode logo. We got the Nike Air logo. And then Travis Scott's name, you know, all backwards and such. Because backwards is his thing, apparently. But look, I mean, the shoe is the shoe. The shoe is well constructed. The way this sock liner is sewn looks good, looks legit. All I have to compare this to are stock photos of the retail shoe. And that's pretty much all anyone is going off of these days, right? So again, it's just too risky. Don't buy this shoe off of anybody unless you really know them and really trust them. Why not take this insole out? I'm having such a hard time putting it back in the shoe the right way. Good enough. So that's the shoe. I'll shoot some on foot. There might be a little bit more B-roll I can show you, but that's it. Hope you enjoyed the review. Yo, be careful out there because these fakes are just way too good. And be sure you wear your sneakers. I'll see you in another video very soon. Peace.